It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. In the VA business, how do you scale your team? Like, how many team members do you have in the US for the Courageous Mind, the business? And then how many, I assume you're using your own service and using virtual assistants overseas. Is it all virtual assistants that help you run the business? Do you have a team in the US? What does that look like for you to scale a virtual assistant business?
I right now do not have any team members in the US. Everyone.
Part of me is like, why would you? Because you're like building a business that says you don't need to, you can outsource it. So why wouldn't you, sow your own seeds? I wish my kids were they're still in the do their own thing, and I want them to do their own path. But I kind of wish one of them would come alongside, because I could use another person here for client facing, for sales, and for duplicating me here. Because I also I am really passionate about speaking about the book. And so I have a lot of travel to speak for that. And I'm passionate about that as well. So it's balancing those two things. But right now everyone's in the Philippines, and when I need a role, so my most executive assistant runs a lot of things and runs the whole team. So, there's different roles. There's an account manager that does all of that. So we had a conversation like you spoke at the conference on, and it was more the financial levels, the income levels of purgatory as a business owner. But I just so love that resonated with, as you grow, there are seasons of purgatory. And I was saying, I feel like we just went through one. That you're grow, and then you grow fast. And when you grow fast, it's really awesome. And you hit different seasons, and we have of seasons of growth, but the seasons of growth come with this purgatory of this is hell. Yeah. I feel like we're kicking ass, but why aren't we making any money while we kick all this ass? And we keep breaking things, and we keep finding new problems that we didn't know we had.
And mine wasn't, because there's not a lot of overhead. So this is different. Dance studio business there was all this overhead, and this isn't. It's all people. So it wasn't necessarily financial purgatory, but you come in this place and it's just a mess. All of a sudden it takes, until you replace yourself, it takes way too much of you and your energy until you offload that. And those are the points that business owners break. When you grow to a point, it takes too much of you and you have not developed the processes to support it. And you will literally break as a business owner because you can't divide yourself.
Yeah, the processes or the people. And then sometimes you think you have the people, and then one of your people leaves, and you're it's just devastating. It's oh no, I was already stressed out, and now I have their job to do too. And it's man, it's the ultimate purgatory.
So that happened. So it was a lot of, it's a lot of processes, that documenting processes. And that's where I was at before. So I feel like I've done it well with this business. I didn't always, it's probably one of the things I learned the best and then helped people do in the end. And I do really well now is documenting those processes. Imagining always the scenario of, imagine you got hit by a bus.